up guys? Today in this video I am going to show you how to beat Skolas the easiest way that I know how. So once you get the Skolas, the first thing you want to do is you want to do the heavy ammo glitch. So to be able to do the heavy ammo glitch, what you need is the icebreaker. And then you just want to empty out all your primary and your heavy ammo. And then you're good to go. Every time you shoot an enemy, they'll drop heavy ammo for you. The reason why we're doing the heavy ammo glitch is not because we don't want to pop heavy. It's because we want this fight to go a lot faster than it normally would if you have to continue popping heavy ammo synth and then waiting 5 minutes to pop another one. In this video we have one Titan, one Hunter, and one Warlock, but it doesn't really matter what type of Guardians you have, as long as you assign each person to a mine and another person to take over the poison as the mines come up, you should be fine. But since we do have a Titan, guys, and if you do have one, what you want him to do is pop his bubble and make sure he has blessings on. That way you get an extra shield as you're trying to kill off all these ads, so you get heavy ammo. And since we do have a Titan and a Hunter and a one Warlock, it's my job to take the poison when the mines pop up. For the Titan, he's going to take over the middle. Now if you are a Titan, hopefully you have the Sate 14 helmet, which blinds enemies when they're inside the bubble, because when you try to take over the metal mine, enemies will just appear up there and they'll jump up there. So if you have the Sate 14 helmet, they'll just be blinding the bubble and you'll be good to go. Now if you don't have the Sate 14 helmet, that's fine too. What you want to do is switch your bubble. Instead of blessings, you want to have the bubble where you take more damage when you're inside the bubble. If you have that on, you should be fine. You should be able to take over the mine and you're good to go to come back over here. Now for the Hunter, you want to make sure you're a blade dancer, and it's his job to get the far mine on the other side of the map when it pops up. And for his super, you want to make sure it's the super where you go invisible. So you do the little spin and you're invisible for a certain amount of time. So since this is the area where we're going to be shooting at Skolas, if he sees that mine spawn across the map, what he does is he pops his super, he jumps up in the air, and he glides across the map to the mine. And then once he gets to the mine, he uses his super to go invisible, and then he can take over the mine and then run back to that spot where we're shooting at Skolas. So right here we're doing a lap. We're doing a lap because we're trying to pick up heavy ammo. And as you're doing this lap for the first time, you want to shoot the servitor right here to do some damage to him, and make sure you assign the person, one of your teammates, to do this. When you get back over here after everyone has their heavy ammo full, you want to come back over here and start shooting at Skolas once he gets back to this area. And he is over here right now. So what you want to do is have one person doing what I'm doing. You want to find the servitor, you want to kill him, and then after you kill him, you want to shoot at Skolas. Now if everyone has Gala horns, then you should be able to break the bond right away, so you don't have to deal with the servitors anymore. And since Sir was selling the Gala horn, I expect everyone to have a Gala horn now, at least one, if not 3. But once you break the bond like we did right there, you want to stop shooting at Skolas, and you want to start dealing with the ads that are coming out. So you want to stay here as long as possible, but if you're taking too much damage, or one of your teammates says he's taking too much damage, you can just do another lap and then come back over here and continue killing the ads until they're all gone. And right here, I die because we stayed here a little bit too long. Which is okay. If one person dies, what you can do is either res, or your other two teammates can do a lap, which I'll show you later on in the video, and then come back to the guy that's down and revive him. So right here we're just trying to kill off all these ads. Another thing is why you want to take this slow is because you want to make sure everyone has their super before you start shooting at Skolas to where the mines pop up, because everyone is going to need their super. I need my super because I'm the warlock and I take the poison from whoever has it when the mines pop up, and I just stay in, you know, where I think it was that C mine point or whatever it is. I stay there, and then, you know, the time goes middle, the hunter comes over here. But since we broke the bond, we don't have to deal with the servitors anymore. So, you know, remember that. And then once we're doing a lap, what we try to do is kill a couple ads right here. But once Skolas gets to right about where he is, you just want to continue doing the lap, go back to the area, to that platform, and then kill the rest of the ads. And again, you want to stay together because you have to keep picking up that poison off one another. So again, don't forget that. Make sure everyone's staying together. So right here we killed off most of the ads. So we're just waiting for everyone to have their super. I don't have my super, and the Titan used his bubble earlier, so we're gonna wait until everyone has their super. Now some people think that the enemies are on a timer. They're not. It depends on how much damage you do to Skolas to where the enemies come out. So once you kill all the ads, you can just continue running around if you want to. Again, like I said, if you want to wait, you know, for everyone to have their super, or wait on a heavy ammo sent, so everyone has rockets. So right here we decided to start shooting at Skolas, and once the mines pop up, I'm going to take the poison like I did right here, and let's see where it pops up at. So it's in the middle. The Titan's going to get the middle one. Now my other friend ran a little earlier than he should have, but you know, he did a good job, so I can't complain. But usually you want two people over here, and then killing ads, and then once you know, if the mine showed up on the other side, he could have left and got that mine. Now right there you saw the time got back before I died with the poison, so he could have picked it up. So that's why I said it doesn't really matter if you have a warlock or not, or a Titan, or if you're all hunters. Again, a hunter can just go invisible, get the middle, and then come back over here, take the poison. So you should be okay.
Success.
But again, like I said before, you gotta assign each player to, you know, all the mines that pop up, you know, 3 mines. So what we did here, since C was the last mine to pop up, we just waited for him to get back over here before we decided to do another lap so we can pick up heavy. But if we were in that area that we were just at and we were taking too much damage, we could have just decided to do a lap earlier than you know, than we needed to. If, you know, again, we were taking too much damage, and he could have just caught up with us, because we could have stopped right here, and that should have given him enough time to catch up to us. And again, the reason I decided to die instead of having him pick up the poison when we're dealing with the mines is because I think that gives you a couple more seconds where you don't have to deal with the poison. So I think, you know, that's the best way to go if you have a Warlock. So right here, guys, the second time around, once you get done shooting Skolas and the mines pop up, what you want to do is kill all the ads. And then the next thing you want to do is just have one person shoot at Skolas until the ads start popping out. And then what you want to do is again kill all the ads, and then that should give him to where his health is low enough to where you can kill him with rockets. Alright, so that's all we're trying to do right here. We're just trying to do enough damage to Skolas so when the ads come out, we're going to stop shooting at Skolas and we're just going to deal with the ads. So that's all we're trying to do right here. So right here, I kind of fucked up. We were talking about what we were going to do, and I forgot that I had the poison on me. So that's really important to keep an eye on the poison at all times. But we were talking and trying to decide what we were going to do, and I fucked up. You know, that's my fault. But since I did die, and I died with the poison, that was very lucky, because if you die when you don't have the poison, that kind of makes the game a little bit harder, because if the other guy is still immune, you can't pick up the poison. But even in that situation, that person can die, the guy can continue doing the lab like, you know, these two guys are. Pick up the other guy, you just continue doing the lab, get the other guy, and then, you know, that should be where everyone's up and no one's dead. Because either way, someone's going to die of the poison, so there's always going to be one person alive. So, you know, let's just say my other teammate died because I fucked up and they didn't get to me in time, which you have plenty of time to get to that person. Then whoever revived me, we would just continue doing a lap. One of us would get poisoned, and then we could just hand it off to one another, or just whoever got poisoned can hand it off to the other person, and that should give you enough time to get to the other person that died. And again, right here, guys, we're just trying to shoot Skolas so the ads come out. That's all we're trying to do. We're not trying to kill them. So now the ads are coming out, so what we're going to do is we're going to kill off all the ads. We're going to stay here as long as we can, but again, if, you know, a guy's taking too much damage, or like you see right there, a guy dies, then you just want to do a lap. Again, you don't want to leave too early as the ads are coming out, because you're just going to run into them. And sometimes there's a modifier where the enemies do extra melee damage, which I hate that one, because you could be doing this lap, run into a group of enemies, they punch you once and you die, so that's not good. But again, we're just taking it easy right here, guys. I'm waiting for him to tell me to take the poison. Once I grab that, we continue doing a lap, and we're going to pick him up, and then we're going to start shooting at Skolas. Now, if you do have a time, he should probably switch to Weapons of Light. And right here you see me popping the heavy ammo synth because I didn't have enough heavy. But my two other friends, they had full ammo or almost full ammo, and they could still pop a heavy ammo synth if they needed to. But the reason why I would say the time, instead of saving the bubble for the middle, which you could do too if you want to play it safe. It doesn't really matter. But he could switch to Weapons of Light. He could pop a bubble right here once we decide to start shooting at Skolas. And that will give you even more damage on Skolas. But right here we kind of mess up, because we're shooting at Skolas right here. He teleports. And even though you can see where he teleported to in this video, we're like, I didn't know where he went. So again, instead of panicking, we were just going to go original route, where I pick up the poison, the Titan goes to the middle, and the Hunter, again, he left a little bit too early, in my opinion. Like, again, I think it's better if there's two people over here killing ads, and then once the mine pops up on the far end of the map, you know, that's where the Hunter should use a super, jump up in the air, glide across the map, and then take control of the mine. But we were able to kill Skolas when we were taking over these mines. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Hopefully it was helpful. And again, thanks for watching, and I'll check you guys out later.